Ghanaians have totally rejected NPP and all his bills and all his encumbrances.
Yo, your customer wakaba at Bananum TV. Yada was a solution Ananum TV, and your one can yen Ananum TV and name of your cost shall say. Send any without Dinkaya and as on subscriber channel here. Best subscriber my year, no like your videos no. We are out of 4. Now I shall be sunny be a shit. And more rain for you so bet shower drain our comment section or name the cell say Casafin be a film. Na enra parliament et nasty. Emma enra yenyina ye NPP vice presidential candidate NAPO. So na okodwene vice presidential race in na obi akrampo nim say ase unko parliament biom. Say na ne term of office enso ye parliament. Enra yenkohwe a NAPO nim ni na copy parliament ni. Ena yenyina ye Honorable Afenyamakins. Kanena no ye sisi akrampo ye mfa so da so ye majority leader. Na yesi ade according to Mr. Ato Forson. You say we reduce into nketenkete. Na sa speech ya emu ye hwiam na emu do no. Na ye pese ye de bre ye tiefo. Nananom TV etiefo ana ahwefo. Na ye hwe bi na odofo. Ese weni na se o ka kire. Esre. Na ohwe na wonso asre bi. Nemu Mikhail say politics enye ntokwa. Politics in as much as say we are opposition party. Politics enye ntokwa. Na so we abedi akire yemfa ne se we di politics akikeke. Na unhwe we leaders. Na wona we di akire na wonya hwe ewom krampo no. Akotwetio, akotwesekan. Pra wonnua just because of ope ejuma ama obi papa. Na who say we papa na page mama no. They make politics more attractive. Na enye wo na wodi akire na wo se wo krampo odwen ho no. Wo na wo be ma politics aye time. There be enye sana politics etie. So when you obi enko adwenkromu a that doesn't mean say you should go and hurt the person. You should go and injure the person. Please. Uma yensua ye political leaders na my politics aye fedudu na no akoshe parliament honorable Ato Forson eto emane Mr. Kwamena Afenyamakins no na Afenyamakins eto amane Ato Forson because remember sankrofo we no we good friends, very good friends. I mean very good friends. There was a video crumple na omunsa edidi ema na omutizi omo ho video mo we na ukakoku omo ho ama omo no na ye nyina NPP vice presidential candidate eno oma speech parliament na odofo esewani na nsa ka kire me semre no mpese me di video no e kire metiefo na mo mesere say comment section aso no kire wadwen ewo ho na me kai wo say what I think I would share a channel yi and I say watch a channel yi cramp put dana say unsubscribe ya me sada me nsayem subscribe my yen na like your videos no odofo wi na wa share na obi nso anya bi ahwe ya da wa say o hwe na Nanem TV koso na hwe yen na ye wo enepa edemamo mumbo ye na nyina ye nyinimbo ya da wa say o hwe na Nanem TV.
I'm grateful for the opportunity to make a statement, to welcome your good self, leadership, and all honorable members of parliament back to this august house. Mr. Speaker, I would like to congratulate all members who were re-elected in the just ended parliamentary elections. Right Honorable Speaker, again to our colleagues who unfortunately will not be part of the next parliament, I wish them well in their future endeavors. Mr. Speaker, I would like to profoundly thank the good people of Ghana for their emphatic decision in the December 7th presidential and parliamentary elections. At this point, Mr. Speaker, it is finished. Right Honorable Speaker, I would like to thank the people of Ghana for electing His Excellency John Dramani Mahama as the next President of the Republic of Ghana. The people of Ghana have once again shown that they can rise to the occasion when it matters the most. May I, at this point, acknowledge the hard work of our present 137 NDC members of Parliament for their dedication to duty, which has resulted in the unprecedented number of MPs elect for the NDC party. Mr. Speaker, I'm proud to announce that we were able to snatch over 50 parliamentary seats from our colleagues at the divide. We took more than 50 parliamentary seats from the ruling NPP party. Mr. Speaker, we have clearly shown that it is possible to reduce the NPP majority to nketenkete. Indeed, nketenkete is possible. Right, Honorable Speaker, the night Parliament will be unique and interesting. It would be a contest of ideas between the super NDC majority and the mini-micro NPP minority. Mr. Speaker, what happened on the 7th of December polls was a revolution, the people's revolution, what I call it. It was a revolt against a government that is obstinate, insensitive, high-handed, and dismissive of public opinion. It was a revolt against a government that called people with dissenting views names, such as detractors, cynics, naysayers. Mr. Speaker, sometimes they call views of dissenting people as Sambalat and Tobias. Ghanaians have clearly shown that they cannot be taken for granted, and that when it matters the most, they will either reward those in office or punish those in office. Right, Honorable Speaker, it is obvious that NPP has been punished for its poor governance, economic mismanagement, obstinacy, greed, state capture, arrogance of power, impunity, disrespect, lawlessness, and persecution of political opponents. Mr. Speaker, the lesson is that what happened to the NPP and the outgoing government is that the political class cannot and should not take the people of Ghana for granted. This calls for introspection on the part of the political class. It is also a call for deep soul searching on the part of those in leadership whose voices ought to have been heard when government engages in acts of impunity, lawlessness, and destruction. To my cherished NDC political party and the incoming government, may we never become like the Akufo-Addo Bawumia government. Right, Honorable Speaker, we have to be different. We cannot be like the NPP government. We may be guided by the principles of integrity, probity, and accountability. Mr. Speaker, the time has come for us to do right by the people of Ghana at all times and to champion people-centered policies that genuinely benefit the voter and the ordinary Ghanaian, not the political class and its cronies. Right, Honorable Speaker, indeed, it is finished.
Experiencing some encircling gloom. This darkness we are seeing, and looking at your posture, we know that you have promised a lean government. You say less than 40 ministers, and you, the MPs, yes. Mr. Speaker, I know they can't take it. Now that we are coming to minority, be prepared. Be prepared. You see you can't take it. You see you can't take it. Mr. Speaker, even if your flag bearer, who is now president-elect, said 60, we are going to see how many of you will make it. We are going to see. You said 60 ministers and deputy ministers, all inclusive 60. Mr. Speaker, we are going to see how you are going to protect the public purse. We hear from Honorable Setekpe that you cannot implement the free SHS. We await the outcome of your policies. Mr. Speaker, we are aware that this incoming government is going to implement this nketenkete policy. the nketenkete is a social intervention program. We are going to welcome it. But you say you are going to reduce taxes. You are going to repeal the betting tax, the e-levy. You are going to repeal all these taxes. You are going to reduce the taxes at the port. We wonder where you get the money to implement the nketenkete. Mr. Speaker, the institutional empowerment you've given to Parliament is equal to none. It's largely because, Mr. Speaker, we had you as a speaker coming from within. Mr. Speaker, I don't know whether you are being retained or a new person is going to be appointed, but I pray that if they decide, Mr. Speaker, if they sack you, Mr. Speaker, of all that you've done for them, they are going to sack you. Of all that Mr. Speaker has done for you, you are going to sack Mr. Speaker. We will see. Mr. Speaker, if they decide to retain you, I know Parliament is going to benefit. But should they decide to retire you, Mr. Speaker, they can do it. Oh, they can do it. They are unpredictable. They can do it. If they decide to retain you, the happiness of this house will gather further momentum. However, if the new government decides to bring a new speaker, that speaker should come from within. We don't want an outsider. We want somebody from within who would understand us.
Honorable Dr. Matthew Opeku Prope. Opoku Prempe, yes.
It's not hyphenated.
It's not.
It's not.
Only the NAPO is together.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I thought the minority leader and the majority leader had come to an understanding as far as government business that we can pursue this session that we are undergoing. Just to get up and say that Ghanaians have totally rejected NPP and all its bills and all its encumbrances is a very, very unfair statement, Mr. Speaker. It's a very, very unfair statement in the sense that there are other things that have been programmed that I think that we shouldn't even bother to do. Why should we at this time take up any bill, whether it is environmental bill or social bill? I think the new government then should come and start, because we are resetting. And I agree, Ghanaians voted for resetting. So, Mr. Speaker, let's probably, the only thing we have to do is to take the vote on account and close shop. We should not continue with any business here, because like Honorable Okujeto said, and rightly so, Ghanaians have voted for the resetting agenda of nketenkete. So, not only that, Mr. Speaker, apart from the vote and proceedings and maybe his end of service benefits that he's very much interested in, every other thing, social protection bill, second reading of bills, third reading, so that we have enough time to do Article 71 business and do vote on account, such that, yes, if it is not worth doing, it's not worth doing. Please. So we have agreed on resetting. Let's close shop on everything. Do those that are interested in that will further his own personal interest. And close shop. Thank you.